Hello, fellas. Good morning, wherever you are.
Salute.
Ohio gozaimasu, I guess, with Papa Bona being back, and
Konbanwa.
Wales
It's the
only, and DJ
nighttime
Chromatic,
behind me,
and
see?
Elmeyer. Welcome on the show, and you, of course, the listener. And there is plenty of you already in. Oh, we got the feedback, as always. Wales?
Is that me? Hold on.
Is that me, as always? Hold on.
As always. And we got you, the listener, the audience, the participants of this joyful ride here. Nom Nom is first today. Sandy Beach, Dorsey, Alan, hey Hexiquin. Hexiquin, wanna join us? I threw you the link in the chat in Telegram if you wanna join us. Oh, look at that. And there is another participant here. Hello, Peter.
Hello, Peter.
Hello. Hi, Papa B.
How are you?
I am.
Yay, the full intro. Yeah.
Your microphone problems.
Little bit, you know.
Try pointing it down.
Try turning it on.
Or are you using the professional mic? Oh, he's professional.
It's
No, it's not. It's not active. You're talking like through your laptop mic or something.
You got microphone problems. I feel bad for your son.
Oh.
Wales only.
No, now you're totally gone.
Repping spree this afternoon.
Welcome to the green room, everybody.
He's got.
Are we live?
Did he rock himself?
Yeah, well.
Are we live? Yeah, big up yourselves in the chat.
Fuck it,
Big
we're
up.
doing it live. Yeah, fuck it, we're doing it live. Wait, I
Reminds
got
me
just
of another failed
I
intro.
got just the right thing for it. I have just the right thing for it.
how about now?
Better.
Same.
Well,
Please-
no, you're still
please
not active.
stand by.
But it's okay. Thank you.
Oh my god, the production value.
Peter, you're like a failed freaking hex pump, man. Come on, get with it.
I don't. What? What are you saying? What failed this month?
Now we got the feedback hum from you.
What say you?
People missed you, Papa.
Yay. Thank you, Hexiquin. I feel loved for sure.
That would be awesome, but I'm busy getting ready for work. Discuss Syndicate next time. Okay, no worries.
Yay. Yes.
I'm not sure if I want to stay up that late, but I'll try. Maybe. Konbanwa. You get a konbanwa.
Konbanwa.
Konbanwa,
Yeah.
my lord.
So the episode today is called OFAC.
Yes.
Because we touched on it just a little bit, and not everybody was informed, so I thought maybe you wanted to talk about it again, and Wales only want to dip in again, and maybe we're gonna watch it live, watch the live view on the blockchain, or at least the website that's reading from the blockchain, and see what the current status is. Last time it was like 63%, and Wales was still on 51%, I believe.
Yeah, I think DJ
news.
Cryptomatic sent out a tweet, actually.
I did.
Thank you, DJ Cryptomatic, for being on top
Saying
of this.
63%.
Wasn't it 64%?
Good.
Either way, it's bullshit.
Either way, it's a lot.
Well, 69 would be nice.
69, yeah, we're close. Ah, look, it's 62. There we go, 62. Post-merge daily OFAC, so this is the overall graph. Block visualization. That's a lot of red, eh?
So the question is, does Richard have control over making, Pulse Chain any different?
Oh, look
He
at
has
that.
all the control, Papa B.
All right.
All.
And by the way, there are nodes in the write-up from that DJ Cryptomatic tweeted out. There's already confirmation that those nodes that are OFAC compliant are starting to censor the non-OFAC compliant nodes, including
Well,
any of
starting
those from Tornado Cash, right?
the Tornado Cash. That's what I want to say. They're starting to censor blocks that contain Tornado Cash transactions, wallets, affected wallets. So, I mean,
That's a
that's what
given.
it
That's
is,
the
but
base layer. That is
if
the
they can do
censoring. That is the OFAC.
do they then also block other stuff each time when they just feel like it? That's the concern, right?
I think
That's
German
why I
DJs will
can't
be
on
censored
stage.
next.
I hope so. I hope so. Because I'm on
Fear is
Pulse
top of
chain,
it, though.
That's
so
right.
I'm the only one
Love it.
left.
Fuckers. I think that this is a great sale. I mean, if Richard can bring it back to some kind of normalcy, at least under 50%, would that be a win?
Yeah.
Or make it, make something so it's not able to take over the 51%. Is that even possible? If anybody wants to make their node OFAC compliant and they insist on it, can't they just do that? I mean, isn't that what we're seeing here? It's not like people are converting these nodes. It's that these operators are willingly changing everything so that they're OFAC compliant.
No, they're not. No, they're not. They're just copy pasting what they're given. Everybody is using flashbots.
Yeah, but
That's
Flashbots
yeah.
is OFAC compliant, so it's spreading like wildfire because it's convenient, right?
Yeah, because nobody is checking it. Everybody's using Flashbot just for the money, but Flashbots is OFAC compliant by default. So therefore, every miner, every validator just gets it copy pasted automatically. They don't care about being OFAC compliant. They
But
just
it's more
want the
more
Flashbot
lucrative.
to work.
It's more
Yeah.
lucrative.
Run the exe file. That's all.
Yeah, they just want to double click. That's it. And they
Because
double
it also
click whatever
depends
Flashbot
Earn me
is.
money.
on your jurisdiction,
Right.
because those OFAC ones are predominantly US based, from what I understand.
Yeah, but they don't care about being OFAC compliant.
Yeah.
Maybe some
It doesn't
do.
matter where they're from. They just want the money, and the money is where Flashbots is, because
Give me
their
the money.
algorithm is extracting the maximum value.
I mean, if people really take issue with that, then we should see a rise in the usage of the forks, but that hasn't really happened yet.
Right.
I don't think people have figured it out yet. I mean, how many people are actually paying attention?
This is a big
Just
topic in general on crypto Twitter. Vitalik is chiming in on it, so it's a big thing.
Where does Vitalik stand?
No idea.
What?
I just
What do you mean? Where does he stand? He don't got no option.
I don't
It's
think
not
he
his
wants
show.
it though.
It's
I
not
don't
his
think he
show.
wants it.
It's not his show. It doesn't matter. I don't understand.
Yeah,
the
but
commentary.
everybody's listening to him. Everybody is listening to
Really?
him, and yeah.
Really? Who is
Yes.
everybody?
He is the
people
pop.
that
He is the pop star of
the
Ethereum.
people that
People
determine
are-
what happens with the chains are not the ones you are talking about.
He's the high priest of Ethereum.
The ones that determine what happens
The
with
African
the chain
priest.
are not the people you are talking about. So who cares what he says? And that's the problem. This is the problem with people acting like they understand when they don't. All of this could have been avoided if people actually understood what cryptocurrency was. But people want to pretend, and this is the end result. Nothing that Vitalik is saying holds any weight, so it literally doesn't matter what he says, and he has nothing to say about it. In fact, I streamed the other day on a little project he has on the side called Soul-Based Tokens. Now, just with the name alone, that should let you know where he stands.
Mm-hmm.
Wake up, guys. Seriously, wake the hell up. Vitalik is nobody to admire.
Wake up, Hex.
Consider the censorship an attack on Ethereum and burn their stake via social consensus. This is so they want to remove. Wow, okay, that's crazy. They want to basically remove the Ethereum.
What?
Bringing it up. of the OFAC compliant. Here we go, add to stream. So Eric Wall says, question for the Ethereum community. If a majority of stake chooses A in this poll, will you X consider the censorship and attack on Ethereum and burn their stake via social consensus, or Y tolerate the censorship? And then you got the poll here. X 60% are for burning, so to burn the stake of the nodes. And then Vitalik answered, I voted X in your above poll.
Wow.
So consider the
Okay.
censorship and attack on Ethereum and burn their stake via social. It's just that he is for that. It doesn't matter that he will actually be able to impact that because it depends all on nodes, yada, yada, yada. I get what you're saying.
Burning billions of money.
Then why are we wasting time? Like, again, you got to stop.
Because there are speakers that
social
do
signaling
speak for the
just
majority.
doesn't matter, man. It just doesn't matter,
A
bro.
little bit, tiny bit. It matters a tiny bit.
It doesn't, because guess what?
It does.
60% of Ethereum is OFAC compliant, so you're wrong. I don't understand why that's so hard for you to grasp.
They are compliant by
very
default.
simple.
They are compliant by default.
Okay,
and the moment they get slashed, the moment they lose their money, suddenly everybody will be running and going, "Oh, I better check that option and maybe not."
I suggest you look into how Ethereum actually works, man, because you're acting like it's really decentralized and it's not.
That's a whole different discussion.
No, it's not. That is the discussion.
Yes.
No, that is the discussion, sir. Why the hell did the merge happen? Everything happened when the merge occurred. Understand what's going on, bro. This isn't some let's help out the world situation. They're not trying to help us out. They're trying to cage us, put us in a pigeonhole, put us in a box. Understand what's going on. You got no friends out here. You better understand what the technology is supposed to do and question when it's not doing that. That is your job. It's not your job to be kissing some dude's ass because he made it, maybe. You don't even really know.
All right. So Wales. By that token, if Richard were to advertise that he's going to make this, it's not going to be OFAC compliant.
It behooves him for it not to be. Otherwise, he's just might as well not do it.
Isn't that a tremendous selling point then?
100%. Yeah.
Okay. So people that are in it for the tech and in it for censorship resistance.
I mean, clearly people are not in it for the tech. Because if they were, we would not be at this point in time, and this is something people need to realize.
But remember, by Richard's ethics, or by Richard's, to take a page out of Richard's book, in it for the money is where it's at. So can Richard make it more lucrative for people that come to this chain then, if that's what they care about?
I mean, look, I think that's a tall order because people are egotistical. And if you look at the way this quote unquote space works, it's everybody against RH. So I don't see what he can do to make it better than it already is. It's already lucrative. So I don't really understand the question in the first place from that perspective.
Well,
and secondly,
it's not as right. Is it as lucrative as being a validator on Ethereum? I don't think so.
Well, what are validators on Ethereum making money? How are they making money now that everything has changed? And who are the ones making money now? That's everybody. The question.
Sorry, we have to catch up a little bit again because there are people asking questions of the base questions. fuck. So yeah, we have to catch people up again. Is OFAC compliance only for Oslo? Quick summary. So there are. Since the merge, the nodes that are running on Ethereum, they are incentivized to run clients that use MEV extraction to get the maximum yield out of the block that they are creating. There is the company Flashbots that makes algorithms, they make bots, they make systems to find the value in the block and extract the value for the node, because the node is incentivized to pay out the money to everybody who is giving them Ethereum. The more Ethereum you can give to the people, the more people vote for you. This is the whole vicious circle bullshit that's going on there. And Flashbots is preemptively setting their settings, their values or whatever, to censor some addresses that are in compliance with the OFAC rules. And the OFAC, for example, is blocking and censoring the Tornado Cash addresses. There is like a list of them that you do not want to interact with. So because OFAC is censoring them, Flashbots is using the OFAC list, then Flashbots gets into the settings of the validator node, and the validator node is just double clicking the exceed. He doesn't care about OFAC compliance. He doesn't care about censorship. He doesn't care about Ethereum. They just care about getting the maximum value out of it, because that's what they're there for. They just want the money. And then, but everybody else, the ecosystem, the system, the users, they have the problem that effectively this becomes a censorship non-resistant system, non-censorship resistant system overall. Because now suddenly OFAC is determining with 60% of the nodes, let me bring that up again, with 61% of the nodes right now for the last day, and 61% of the blocks, that suddenly the transactions are censored of people that shouldn't be censored, because we are supposed to be in a system that is censorship resistant, but due to this vicious circle, it's not anymore. So it doesn't matter what country you're from or what the node is from. If all the nodes were in America and they still decided to not use the Flashbot setting, this censorship wouldn't exist. So there you go.
Vicious cycle.
Okay.
Yeah, but this is kind of my point. This just goes to show that people really aren't in it for the tech. This is my point. You know, if they were really about it, they would make sure that they weren't using those OFAC compliant lists. It's really not hard.
Someone in the chat made the point, how are they making money when they are not running transactions through?
Who isn't making money?
Muted the spawn.
But they are running transactions, just not all of them. They are running transactions, just not all of them. So if a transaction interacts with one of the blacklisted addresses, then those are censored, and only the ones that are OFAC compliant go through. So it's not that they are not processing transactions. They choose not to process certain transactions based on OFAC rules.
It's fairly obvious that most people aren't in it for a tech. Otherwise, bear markets wouldn't feel like an empty room on Twitter.
Also true.
Everybody comes when the money is there, and then everybody's.
Also true. I didn't even think of that. That's a good one. That's a very good one.
And this is exactly why we have the Richard Hart Prada song, which we're gonna play right now.
Yay!
Yeah.
Here in my $3,000 Valentino Rockstud purse, my $3,000 Prada jacket, $2,000 Prada shirt, $2,000 or $3,000 Prada pants, Prada glasses, Prada hat, Prada bracelet, and it's all Prada shirt, Prada hat, Prada glasses, Prada pants, and it's all nylon, so the haters' tears fall right off. Prada shirt, Prada hat, Prada glasses, Prada pants, and it's all nylon, so the haters' tears fall right off.
Lil Bubble, let me ride that rocket.
Rewind.
When I saw that sketch,
How much money does he
Kinda
get
hot.
from Prada, huh?
when I saw that sketch,
That
like
dropped down.
just before the stream, I laughed a lot. Actually, Little Bubble was one of the few crypto streamers that I used to watch, because it made me laugh so hard, especially the covers of well-known songs. Just the ever living one, it's like amazing.
And he stayed. He stayed for the bear markets. He is the
Exactly.
one like constant
At least somewhat.
crypto song creator. That's
Yeah, I
during
love
ups
some
and
of his
downs.
songs so much. He also did one regarding the bear market. Exactly. I think it was Christmas of 2018 or something like that. It was like funny as hell.
DJ, is that one on your playlist?
Yeah, gets to get that right now. It's kind of hot.
And look who is interjecting himself into the discussion.
The bots.
That motherfucker be performing for Binance, so.
Oh yeah. It's true.
Yeah,
it's also
dance.
true. He was, I believe, either promoted by them
Enhanced.
and had videos regarding them, and even 1inch in the past, I believe. Well, but that doesn't make it so the previous videos weren't really funny.
No, right. Just making a statement.
Yeah.
You just gotta know where people are at.
That's
all.
outrage
Yeah.
marketing working, by the way. That is airtime.
Oh yeah.
It's music though, but it's music though, right? So people don't look at it the same way, Papa. You gotta understand that. It's not the same thing. It's not the same thing.
It's another sphere that might have not known about Richard Hart, but because he made the stupid Prada whatever purse video,
100%,
now suddenly
There's
there
this
is
video.
like a few thousand more people that only listen to Crypto Bubble for funny songs. Now they found out about Richard Hart.
Yes.
Now they look into who is that guy suddenly because I've never heard about him. I only heard about, I don't know, Crack Right and CZ, Binance and whatever. And now, yeah.
And
Almost criminal.
And even though some people might not know him, he was having like 100k, 70k views on his videos because they were so funny at the beginning. And when I entered into crypto 2017, which was when he started, I basically only watched his songs and another YouTuber. That was it. So for people in their earlier days, many of them used to hear those songs and laugh about it. So.
The key is that he included the punchline. If he didn't include the punchline, it'd be simply ridicule. But it is expression that's getting out there. I believe it's amplifying the marketing scheme. I think it's great, wonderful.
I mean, look, it just goes to show that, like Papa said, the outrage marketing is working. Because even this guy picked
marketing and Lindy effect.
I think Richard should eat more caviar from Golden Can.
You want more outrage marketing?
Yeah,
3 years upcoming.
Of course.
We need more. More PP
Yeah,
skin.
I wish people would stop criticizing it in public like that.
What are you gonna do,
Criticize
man?
it in the background.
People are always gonna have their opinion, and I guess the sad part is that they don't understand.
Sorry, Alan Fizame has the quote of the day right there. Take a look.
Where is it?
Hold on, I was out the window. I got this.
Made my position moist.
Hold on, where is it?
Very nice. well
No wonder.
done.
Yeah, that wouldn't make anyone stop.
Right?
Oh man.
There's that word.
We're getting a quick throwback to the OFAC. There is the plausibility that the truth is that the validators aren't there for the money, and yet again, it's all about control.
Maybe so.
100%.
Maybe. Pump
Well,
the
you'll have
outrage.
to-
Pump it up.
Yeah, but I believe Wells and Dasban both had good points, and it really comes down to to what the validators will start doing from here on out, right? Because I believe many, like Dasban said, don't really care. They just double click in the XZ and run whatever is fed to them. On the other hand, there are some that are truly intentionally running those settings because they want to be compliant for different reasons. And
but back to pulse chain on that, can we all run a node now on the new
Yes.
Yeah, I believe so.
on the new pulse chain thing? So that's then the true meaning of decentralized, and then we decide
Surely.
what settings we're using. And as long as you don't need that fancy massive server anymore.
Yeah.
In
I
theory,
think
that's
it's really
also
easy
possible.
in pulls. You just say you need 1 million pulls and that's it. You don't need 32 pulls anymore. You need 1 pulse, and automatically you only got Hexicans, Pulsicans, and people all over the world. It's not the same ETH validators anymore that play the game. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but in theory, Ethereum also allows for this. The downside is the need for having 32 Ethereum, which is quite a sum of money for most people, right? In our case, if Richard really leaves the 32 minimum, I think that's very low.
32 pulls.
So
it is.
Most likely it will be higher than that, I would hope or assume.
He said he needs to look into that. He just didn't know why it was chosen on the last stream.
Yeah, but we would probably not want to have like billions or millions of people just running a node also, right? We need to have a balance. Yeah.
Why not?
It would be a great option for those that feel that censorship is bullshit. That's what they're in it for, right? But we'd also attract people for whom the government and the United States government would seek action, and that's another thing that you have to own, is that you're going to be the rebels. So maybe that's a good thing.
But if you want no censorship, then maybe Monero, I guess. Not
Nobody likes
Monero.
Well,
too cumbersome to use.
Well, at least in polls, we'll start with a set of people that sacrificed for polls, and even though they have their own reasons for doing it, I believe most of them really believe in the project, or else they wouldn't throw the money they did at it. So
for sure, all of us here, we're in it for the tech. So
I'm in it for the tech.
Why can we not be for both? Like I think Crypto Coffee said yesterday.
Yeah.
Well, this is the thing that I think people don't understand, and Crypto Coffee is 100% correct, because if you are in it for the tech, by default, you are going to get the money.
True.
Because we live in a technological world. We live in a technological world. Everything revolves around technology. So if people come to understand the problems with technology presently, and we as a society can endeavor to develop better open source technologies that allow us to see what we need to see as users of the technology, such that we don't become product once again like we did with Facebook, Instagram, etc., right? Then that could change the whole dynamic of how we interact with technology. And instead of it being a time suck, it becomes a tool like it should have been in the first place. I mean, anything is possible, and I'm, praying and all that, but you never know.
Did you say product or Prada?
Prada.
Let's go with
Product.
But what's the spec to run a node? Does it run on a Raspberry Pi?
Probably.
That'd be
Because
awesome.
them things are pretty powerful nowadays. I'd be surprised if there wasn't one that fit the parameters
It's
to run
$100 or something.
Well,
I could get a stack of
$100.
lappies.
You have to spend $100 to run your pulse node with 32 pulse on it. And
Yeah.
I would rather buy pulse without $100.
Hey, Pulse goes to a penny. I'll buy a freaking co-location facility and do nothing but nodes.
Yeah, someone said you can run 60 nodes on one server machine.
The barrier to entry is not that high.
So what's the benefits of running a node ensuring that you can run your transaction. I think that's worth $100. That's just me. Of course, the $100 would outperform Impulse, of course, right? But one thing we have to understand that when we're playing this game, we have to remember what the point of this game is, right? We can't pretend that we're not gonna take some capital infrastructure losses from time to time in order to achieve our objectives, right? Because if we're doing this crypto stuff just for money, then it's not gonna matter. I'm telling you guys gotta understand that. We can make all the gains we want, but it's not gonna mean a damn thing when your money is a CBD fucking C and you can't spend it how you want.
I think Peter was being sarcastic.
Oh no! I'm not addressing Peter. I'm just addressing the comment in general because there are people that really think like that.
Yeah.
Because the funny thing is, yesterday I was having a conversation, maybe the night before actually, and it was with this friend of mine, and he's like, 50,000, here or there. And it's one of those opportunity cost questions, right? And that's one of those most important questions that come up for anybody at any point in time. That's why I'm dwelling on it, because, imagine PLS is coming out, and what happens if something happens with the blocks or something, and you need to have your own node, or you can't run anything now. Like, what happens if? What if? I think, and this is my opinion, I think it's worth the $100 capital infusion to be able to do what you need to do, just in case, relative to maybe needing 1,000 to get a GPU or some crazy for Ethereum, whatever it is they got going on. I don't know. I'm just throwing a number out there. But I'm sure
just
it's
grab
not
an old laptop, and then you also have your dedicated battery on board, which is effectively, going to maintain the, the connectivity even better and make use of an old laptop.
To be honest, I like the idea of delegated proof of stake. You just delegate the coins and be happy.
I mean, yeah, but I don't think it's just not working like that anymore.
Yeah. It's not. It's probably you have to run your own node. But hey, well, if it is better, sacrifices.
Again, that might be changing in the future. So
Hexicans gets all the awards.
Yeah, Alon has delegated to Hexicans. Congratulations. Oh, Dorothy's
old laptop connected to airport Wi-Fi.
Yeah, Dorothy's yanking my chain.
That's a good comment.
Trying to get the guy to blow a gas
there you
early
go.
in the show.
The good thing about not being the same delegation mechanism as before is that it voids. Sorry, is that it voids all the naysaying about centralization of pulse chain. So that's the silver lining on that.
Papa B, imagine how many nodes can you run on an old laptop that's connected to a Wi-Fi, airport Wi-Fi, and
you can just hide it in the broom closet. We got to crack down on this. We're getting these signals from all these airports all over the world.
You gotta get the setup from dude that was doing the bots for Zen. You seen that? The meme with the dude with the bike.
Oh yeah,
like the 80
clicking
phones.
Yeah, that's right.
No, send it to me. I'll bring it up.
I don't got it. I
don't
know where to find it. Damn. I wish I thought you had it. For some reason. When I find it, I'll send it to you.
Well, you in the hype of Pokemon Go, I don't know if you know about it. You would see a dude in a bike with like 10 phones.
Oh, that one. Okay,
playing.
that one I know.
And it's like
another one
running miners in a bicycle, like eight validators.
Yeah.
Just running down the street. Pretty nice.
I wonder if you could do. You could. Oh man, you could actually flash some old phones that you have and run Linux on them. Flash those to Linux and then go for it that way. That would be fun too.
Pokemon Grandpa.
Breaking news.
Yeah, exactly like that.
Yeah, there you go.
But then you change them for both validators.
Or could you run your node in
Dorsey.
Tesla that has Starlink? That's the question. Right?
Oh,
So how about this price pump?
hooray!
Big things are going.
I'm very sad.
HEX chart
I'm
system.
very sad about this price pump. For
Why?
the simple reason that I was lazy last Friday, and so I only decided to make my transfer to Coinbase on Monday.
That's the price.
On Monday.
I love
So,
it. Sorry, go ahead,
So it
Omar.
basically, I was lazy last week and only did my transfer to Coinbase on Monday, and so I didn't get the beginning of the rally. So I was sad. You should have waited 2 more days.
Now it's correcting. So
Missed it. Well, he had like months and months and months.
You
We
had
had
like
this
4
up
months,
on the
bro.
last show, but yeah, we still have time. You still
No,
have time.
but it was my DCA, but I was lazy last week and decided to do it this week, and then I.
Yeah, you only had what 6 months to do it, Omar?
Well, we
No,
kind
but
of fell out of
I've been doing it monthly, right?
He's
And I was
talking about
supposed
his
to do it last
DCA for this
His
month.
DCA,
man.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So I was
well,
lazy
you know,
last week, and
your DCA has to come to an end sometime. So congratulations.
true,
You
but
know
it
what?
could end after before
Yeah.
a 40% gain.
Yeah, but you know what? DCAing into an uptrend, Wales, keep me honest here. I always ask your opinion on this. The true DCA should be done into an uptrend. So that way you don't lose, you're always in the black.
It just depends. That's like it's a really difficult thing to put in a rule because I mean that who was thinking Hex is gonna do a 10,000x? Like nobody was thinking DCA. Like that's just not the normal frame of thought, right? But that's what people should always be doing. In my opinion, you should always be DCAing, but you should understand market cycles also, because everything is in Hex. See, so this is the advantage that we have with Hex. We don't got to worry about market cycles.
Okay.
Unless you got in at the top or something, you don't have to worry about that. But that's only if you have a short time horizon. If you got a long time horizon, then you're gonna be all right.
Like the lawsuit guy.
Right.
Well, you might get a
God damn it.
second chance because it's pulling back now a little bit. It fell out.
And then
the
it's going to
parabola
retest
on the
4 and then
1 minute chart.
pow!
Well,
Actually,
you guys should
you
know.
know,
I don't know what baffles me more, if it's the lawsuit or crypto influencers using this crazy lawsuit to further any sort of agenda without really knowing what they're talking about.
Well, you gotta realize
they're just showing how wrecked and how not in the know they are. Like not even knowing that won't lead anywhere.
you gotta understand these people are actors, bro. I mean, I don't know if you've ever heard my thoughts on this, but all of these people say the same thing at the same time, all the time, every time. There is no way that you have this diaspora of people that are supposedly not in cahoots. They don't talk to each other. They don't nothing, but they're all saying the same thing about the same person, same thing. Everything they say is the same. It's just like mainstream media, because they're all providing the same misinformation. So, nobody should take any of these people seriously, because they're not to be taken seriously. They're out here to ensure that you get wrecked ultimately. I mean, these are the same people shilling Voyager and all this Celsius and all that. Like, what's wrong with you? Like, you need to keep things in perspective, in the proper perspective. This is why
I got a different perspective for you all about the price pump. Yeah, watch
the
out.
price pump? Oh,
Yeah, the price pump.
What?
Doesn't matter.
Not what you were saying.
Yeah.
Everybody is happy and price is going up, but then I checked out a little bit all the different markets, and everything is pumping just a little bit. Hex is just one part of that, and the first thing I did is I checked the GBTC discount, and it's still fucking there. So 10K and the whole fucking market dumping is still in the cards.
Sure it is.
So
Yeah,
Maybe
but
it's
don't
turning
the bull
around
market
here.
was the bull market started.
one thing that I noticed was that before anything else, X was the first pump, and it has been pumping a lot harder. Of course, the liquidity pool is smaller; it's easier to do it.
Yeah.
But again, since there are no liquidity pools pairing BTC, for instance, to X, it's not correlated as people think they are. Only sentiment can make it so that when Bitcoin drops, X also drops. And I don't see that happening
Ethereum,
to the same degree as
Elmire,
before.
Elmire, BTC is
Actually-
correlated to Ethereum, and Ethereum is in one of our major liquidity.
It's a very
pools.
small correlation. It's not even 10%.
Yeah, but it used to be. It used to be less.
Well, I can check right now how much it is, but
It used to be
The
USDC was a
liquidity
big.
for
you
Hex
have
actually increased.
yeah, true. Like the liquidity with X in Ethereum and X in Ether is basically, well, the liquidity with Ethereum is even bigger than with Ethereum, so 14% now, and it's not enough to make 100% correlation.
No, it
So
isn't.
I would even say that it's in that case it's X that pumped everything else because X went up first and higher than everything else.
The tail wags the dog. I like that.
Yeah,
So
I did this yesterday. I had a look at this again. We are not even at all-time lows for the liquidity, by the way.
yeah.
And like
Which pools are those being?
it's
Look at?
it's all liquidity. Ethereum, USDC, and the small USDC V3, V1. It's this is taken from Hex Daily Stats, the overall liquidity pools. So whatever is in liquidity pool Hex and liquidity pool USDC. Okay, sorry, no, it's not. It's not the ETH one.
It's not
the USDC
everything.
one. Yeah,
But it's not
all
everything.
of USDC, not the Ethereum. But the Ethereum is rather small.
Yeah, but even with USDC right now, X Daily Stats is showing 14 billion, and looking to X is showing almost 19 million. So there's a discrepancy here. I believe X Daily Stats is not looking into some of the.
Hey, Wales. Tell
Can
them
you pull
to.
over, please.
Yeah, tell them.
I'm not sure what
Roll down-
jungle he
roll down
is
the
in. Either
window.
it's a kakadu or it's a police
It's
car.
It's a kakadu.
It's a bird.
So I see 12.5 million USDC right now on Hex Daily Stats in USDC.
Yeah,
But
but in
And
looking to X is almost
199
19.
million.
Dasbaum, my question would be if does this count also the other liquidity pools? Because basically, Hedron to USDC, it's also hex to USDC because you can exchange Hedron for Hex and vice versa.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. It's just the one
So there is
that
a
are
fact-
on Hex Daily Stats.
There is actually a fuck ton of liquidity if you count also these other pools.
I believe looking to X does a better job at showing all the pools if you want to pull it out.
That's fine though. If there is more liquidity, it's even better. So what
It's even
I'm
better,
just
yeah.
showing, what I'm showing is just that we are not at the lowest available Hex liquidity.
Yes.
So it can go even lower, and the lower we go in Hex liquidity, the higher the price will pump.
And actually, the bid side now is a lot higher than the ask side. While before, like
On the
the
free,
past,
you mean?
the 2 weeks ago, it was basically 50-50, and now I saw it as high as like 70-30 or something, in favor for the ask, the bid.
What? It's fine. I thought
He's not trying to ound cool.
How?
I didn't know I owned like Al Pacino.
It's because his microphone isn't working, dude.
But what looks
working,
cool
but it's cheap.
is stuff like this, because you see HEX in those charts pumping the most.
Nice.
And it was 55% the total pump, right? So this is just one timestamp, but the total pump was much more. How much was it in total? It's down now, by the way, from 5
Yeah,
cents.
but even with the
So
drop
the
down,
2 days were 60%.
yeah.
Nice. Yeah. Well, yeah, it was a lot.
So like I was telling before, it was HEX that pumped everything else from that
Yeah.
liquidity pool perspective. We
Nice.
got the 60% and everyone got 2 to 5 or 10.
In short, people, this isn't yet it. So we're just examining one
This is
little
nothing.
capture and moment in time. This is a nothing burger.
It's nothing burger, but it's great to see after all these weeks and months of nothing.
Sure, it'd be
And
great
like-
if we
Yeah.
bounced off of 4 and then launched back up to
Papa,
5.
that's you. It's a nothing burger.
Thank you. It's a nothing
Well-
burger.
Meh.
Guys, are you?
But again, we see crypto mainstream news portals ignoring it. You know, they talk about Cardano pumping or whatever when we clearly outperformed the whole market in that move yesterday. So, yeah, or 2 days ago.
Oh,
The gatekeeping is still rampant.
Yeah.
And even on CoinMarketCap, they made it harder to see. It's like still there when you look at the top movers, but now you have to flick them between showing only the first 100 coins, or second option showing the top movers within the top 500 coins. So you have to, they put in an extra step to hide it even more, you know, because
as they
we're
do. Yeah.
listed above 200, so you don't see it right away. You have to like really dig in. So that's all on purpose. But hey, that's nothing new.
What were your guys' thoughts on the stream that Cabana Crypto did with
Excellently done.
journaling? I liked it
Yes.
very much,
Motley- with
and I wanted
Motley.
us to discuss this if possible.
Yeah, Motley and Cabana Crypto's discussing with the guy from Forbes magazine.
Yeah.
I thought it was
Really?
mwah,
Wait,
excellently
let me bring
done.
it up.
I think Motley
you're
was on
talking
point.
about this one, right?
Me too.
This one?
And I think that it was shameless
Crypto Man
or
Ren asked him,
shameful
like,
that
when do you think
Yes, that
okay,
one.
you think Hex is a scam, when do you think it's going to fail?
Oh,
It's not
well,
showing
like
on the screen.
no video.
yes, that one.
Yeah, that one, right? That
Yeah.
exact that one. Yeah.
I thought it was
Let's try it.
I thought it pointed out one very frustrating thing, and that is while the journalist in quotes journalist
Papa, hold on. Everybody
Yeah.
needs to know what you're talking about first, and then you can talk about it. Let me bring
oh
it up.
it's Cabana Crypto's non
Hey,
Friday
Crypto
thing,
Man
yeah.
Ren asked him, like, when do you think you think Hex is a scam, when do you think it's going to fail? And he's like, oh, it needs like another 5 years of slow bleed. It's like, okay, so it's existed for 3 years, had a 10,000x, outcompeting Bitcoin, Ethereum. It's going on to its second cycle, and you say it needs another 5 years. You think it needs almost a decade more to fail? I've never seen a Ponzi that requires a decade to fail in the crypto space. It just doesn't make any sense. Instead, you have something that has $3 billion locked up for 6.7 years that's never existed before. Like, I find that bullish. I don't find that a net negative for the system crashing and collapsing. It's not a Luna stable coin where it's designed to hyperinflate as people make a run on the bank. It's not a Celsius where you give up your keys, not your crypto. It's none of these things. It's true decentralized finance. And all the signs point to be it revolutionary and probably one of the biggest impactful cryptocurrencies we'll see next cycle. So all the people
Okay.
talking shit,
All right.
I'm going to love it when
That's
we go back
bomb.
into our
Another
next
half
bull cycle
hour of
like
this
we've
shit.
done
Come on.
Let
many
it
years
finish.
now. We go from bear to bull, and you'll see Hex probably perform better than any other cryptocurrency. You'll probably see Pulse Chain, PulseX. And so all the haters are going to look really freaking stupid when there's another hundreds, thousands of X on the table that they left there, and their audience missed out on it, not for the first time, but the second time now. So this is why I have issues with these people like Mike Alfred that like to be Twitter trolls, but then they delete even that thread that you referenced. He deleted it. He didn't stand behind the statements he made. He deleted it. He got his mom to buy the Bitcoin top at 60K. He was proud of it. He deleted that tweet. The guy's Bitcoin mining company is down 80%. Bitcoin's only down 70%, right? That's a good one to pull off. Good job, Mike Alfred. Maybe instead of trying to get clout and trolling on Twitter and deleting his tweets, maybe he should focus on his own business that's failing horribly and not worry about the decentralized product that's been running flawlessly for the past 3 years.
Listen.
Now you can speak, Papa B.
Okay.
Listen.
Wasn't me, by the way.
My
Wasn't
point
me,
is,
by the way.
stop.
You have the floor.
Listen, this is a 45-minute video that everyone must watch, is my point. Okay, you're not going to get even the tip of the iceberg. It's not even a wetting of your palate in terms of the beauty of what Motley and Cabana Crypto perpetrated with this, quote, author. And it really exposes, number one, lazy journalism, number one. Two, hitting him gracefully and respectfully with facts. And it's not just evangelizing to him, but it's explaining to him that there's a critical flaw in what he wrote, but he was unapologetic, and he left the biggest punchline, and the thing that pissed me off the most was at the very end. He says, you know what? When HEX comes back again to all-time highs, I'll accredit you, Motley, with calling that as going to happen. Thank you very much. The guy is absolutely a hack writer that doesn't do anything but scrape something that he heard from other journalists, and he takes his data from, he thinks, Coinbase and CoinMarketCap. And from that, he spins a tale that everyone else has parroted in the past, but Motley takes the time to eloquently and respectfully, start to, and Cabana Crypto too, to his credit, also respectfully gives the guy a schooling, a very important, criticism of his craft. And that's what I have to say about it. You must see this video. It was excellent.
Well, one thing I have to add to it is, in the first place, either we like what he wrote or not, at least he was brave enough and man enough to show up to that stream and to be able to listen and share his thoughts on the piece he wrote and the information that Motley and Cabana was sharing with him. So for that, I commend him, and I think like 99% of other writers wouldn't do what he did. So for me, that's a big thing, and enabled Motley and Cabana to actually teach him, and as the audience also, on the things that make X different from other coins. So in the future, I think that's a video that's good to show to other people what X is about, like the ones you guys did here on Discourse Syndicate, debating the other guy that I don't even know the name or remember the name, about why X is not a scam or not. And I think it was very good for that purpose. And kudos to them, and kudos to the author for at least agreeing to be a part of it. So maybe in the future he'll be more thoughtful towards those things that were discussed, and it will also be used for his own education.
Did you notice, Elmire, that when Motley makes his first point of, everything you stated, your thesis applies to all cryptos. Why are you looking at HEX, in particular, under this magnifying glass and calling it this and that? And the guy says, well, yes, that is true. But he doesn't make any mention that he will change his ways, or he will look at other cryptos, or make sweeping generalizations that don't simply to apply to only one crypto in the future. So he won't change. I didn't feel that.
I think he was processing the information. He acknowledged some of the errors that he did, or the way he maybe portrayed it in not as a fair way or a correct way. And even if he didn't do it on stream, because in a way he was trying to defend his own position, which is valid and fair, right?
Well,
you don't want to go to a stream saying, okay, everything I said or wrote was a piece of shit.
No, he couldn't say anything. He couldn't recant on anything. Do you know why? Because then he would have to print a retraction, and that's not what he's going to ever want to do.
Of course, but
nobody wants to do that.
Of course, and for that reason, going as far as it did, for me, I think it's worth a commendation and an acknowledgement. And in the future, maybe you'll write better pieces, and that's what I believe it's the best outcome that this can.
Yeah, I think Dorsey has a great comment above, and also yes, Hex on Air, well said there too. But Dorsey says criticism is good, but fucking learn what it is before commenting. You would hope that journalists.
Yeah,
do
that's the main issue. That's
exactly
really
Like not
crux of
just
the problem.
crypto. That's
Like,
a whole like
but
societal issue that we can't
Exactly.
trust
People
them to
want
do their own research, even people that's supposed to do the research.
Yep.
they want
I
the
think
quick news, the fast news, the sensational news. And don't care about accuracy or anything else. They just want to
Yes, but
bring
he
people in
deemed-
clicks, basically.
Yeah, but one thing, Motley took his legs out from under him at the beginning. He basically disqualified him as an authority from which he wants to pontificate. The idea was, Motley said, how the fuck long have you been in... I mean, he didn't say it like this. He said it very respectfully and very eloquently. But he says, just a question, how long have you been in crypto? It says here that you've been in it since 2012. Did you ever invest in any assets on which you're reporting? To which he said, oh, I've owned Bitcoin, but I sold it or whatever. And Motley's like, but I never bought it as a speculative asset. And Motley's like, you could have put $1 into any of the ones you reported into and seen like $100,000 for every dollar you put in. You say that you didn't do it because you didn't have money at the time, but you haven't had money at the time for the last, 8 years.
2012. What the
2012, 10 years ago. You've been
very well made.
with Bitcoin. It was very
It
well.
was, well thought out about Motley, and the way he approached it was
Yes.
perfect.
Yes. I'm sorry. I didn't, by the way, just to take things out of context, please don't, make drama for me by clipping me calling that clip shit. I meant that we can't just simply be on this stream and give, take a 45-minute of beauty and give you any reflection on the value that you should be getting out of it by watching the entire thing.
That's true. But shout out to
He's
Motley.
already on it
Motley
and clipping
was,
it.
That was
Thanks.
a great,
Thank you.
great speech from Motley there.
Now that you invited him to do it.
It's okay. It's
Graciously.
okay. It's okay. I'm going to tell Motley to watch this video, and it should all be good. He'll be my, he'll come to my aid. I hope.
And now
Much respect
I want to
to
get
this
out.
gentleman.
In that video, he says it's almost 3 years, right? It's in 35 days. We are at 1,060 right now. So 365 times 3 is 1,095.
with or without
Hex-
leap year.
Doesn't matter. Without. 3 years in almost a month, right? That's crazy. And 2012. Imagine you were sitting there in 2019, and then 12 years later in 2031, right? You're just sitting there, thinking back. God damn it! How nice was it that I did invest in Hex 12 years ago? And you're gonna be like this guy. And with this outro.